Hi, K-pop lovers. Welcome back to our channel. Before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, because we cover K-pop content that actually matters. Drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below telling me what you think about these two, and share this to anyone who needs to know about them. Okay, let's go. You already know YG Entertainment doesn't just produce idols. They produce weapons. Blackpink proved it. Big Bang proved it. And now, with babymonster, YG is doing it again, except this time, they sent two of the most dangerous talents straight out of Thailand. Their names are Pharita and Chiquita, and by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why the K-pop world is not ready for what these two are about to do. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you about these girls is going to genuinely surprise you, especially when we get to Chiquita. Trust me, you don't want to skip ahead. Let's start with Pharita, the older of the two. Born on August 26, 2005, in Bangkok, Thailand, Pharita, whose full name is Pharita Bunpakdithaviad, is not your typical idol trainee. She didn't just show up to YG with a pretty face and a dream. She showed up with receipts. Before she ever set foot in a YG practice room, Pharita was already making moves. She attended Rumrudi International School and later Rugby School Thailand, where she wasn't just academically strong, she was already building a resume that most adults would be proud of. At the age of 10, she stood up in front of an audience and gave a presentation about her own life. 10 years old. That kind of confidence doesn't come from nowhere, and it doesn't disappear. But here's where it gets really impressive. Pharita won the title of Junior Street Dance Champion at the Idol World Dance Cup in South Korea. She earned a silver medal at the 2019 Asia Pacific Arts Festival. She participated in the 2019 Global Fashion Exhibition and won the grand prize at Intermodel Thailand. All of this before she was even a YG trainee. And when she did audition for YG in July 2020, performing Blackpink's How You Like That, she beat out over 1,225 other competitors to get that trainee contract. One out of over 1,200. Let that sink in for a second. Now here's the thing about Pharita that makes her different from a lot of idols. She's not just talented, she's a sponge. YG noted that she absorbed every single piece of feedback thrown at her and showed rapid, visible growth. During her monthly evaluations at YG, her vocal management, tempo control, and unique tonal power impressed the judges enough that she earned consistent praise. Her voice has this rare quality. It's clear, it's dreamy, it has a pure tone but with emotional depth underneath it. For someone born in 2005, that kind of vocal maturity is not normal. And her dance? Don't even get me started. YG's own dance division, YGX, worked with Pharita personally because they saw something in her physicality that needed to be developed, not fixed, developed. There's a difference. What makes Pharita even more remarkable is her multilingual ability. She speaks Thai, English, and Korean fluently. YG actually highlighted this themselves, saying she attended international schools and is an excellent speaker in multiple languages. That's not a small thing in the world of K-pop, where communication is everything. At international events like the Weverse Con Festival 2024 and the Asia Artist Awards in Japan in 2024, Pharita was the one taking on interview roles because of her confidence in communication. She's not just a performer, she's a presence. But beyond all the accolades and the skills, there's a side of Pharita that fans fell in love with during her introduction period that I want to make sure we talk about. When Pharita was first introduced by YG, she was 17 years old, living in a foreign country, 3,600 kilometers away from her family in Thailand. And she was doing it alone. She chose to leave everything familiar behind because she wanted this so badly. In her own words, she flew 3,600 kilometers with one dream, to debut and stand on stage. And when her family sent her a video message on her birthday, she cried. This girl with a silver dance medal and model credentials and 3 languages under her belt, cried watching her family on a screen. That vulnerability, that humanity underneath all the talent, is exactly what makes her magnetic. YG's executive producer himself said he felt sorry for her having to leave her family, but added that once she got comfortable, she would spread her wings widely. And that is exactly what happened. Okay. Now I need you to pay very close attention, because we're about to talk about Chiquita, and this is where things get genuinely insane. Are you still here? Good. Because this next part is the reason I made this video. Chiquita's real name is Pharita Chiquita, and she was born on February 17, 2009, in Nakhon Ratchasima, Thailand. If you're doing the math right now, yes, she is currently 16 years old. And she is already a debuted K-pop idol under YG Entertainment, the same label that gave the world Lisa, Blackpink, Big Bang, and 2NE1. But it's not just her age that makes her story extraordinary. It's how she got there. Chiquita auditioned for YG in 2021, performing In the Name of Love by Martin Garrix and Bebe Rexha. She became a trainee, but what happened next is the part that shocked everyone inside YG Entertainment, not just fans. Chiquita had been a trainee for exactly 3 months when YG's executive producer Yang Hyun-suk saw her first monthly evaluation performance and immediately decided she needed to be part of the babymonster project. 3 months. Not 3 years. 3 months. Yang Hyun-suk himself said, and I'm paraphrasing here, she has no fear. I wanted her in the project right after seeing her first evaluation. The man who built one of the biggest entertainment empires in Korea looked at a 13-year-old from Nakhon Ratchasima and said, she's the one. And then, in the final evaluation, the process that determined who would actually debut, Chiquita ranked 3rd overall among all babymonster members, despite having the shortest training period of anyone in the group by a massive margin. While other members had trained for 4 to 6 years, Chiquita had trained for just 1 year and 9 months total. She ranked 3rd. Above members who had spent years grinding in that system. The words that YG used to describe her internally were star quality, genius, and high potential. Those aren't words they throw around lightly at YG. Her skill set is genuinely multidimensional. As a vocalist, she developed her own distinct vocal style in a remarkably short time. Her clear high notes became a signature that staff members described as shocking. As a rapper and dancer, she brings a raw, fearless energy to the stage that is incredibly difficult to teach. You either have it or you don't. Chiquita has it. Domestic and international YouTubers, fans, and critics have consistently pointed out that among all babymonster members, Chiquita has the most natural swag, that intangible quality that makes you stop whatever you're doing and watch. Yang Hyun-suk himself described her as having the power to capture the public's attention instantly, and that's why her role in many of their songs involves grabbing the listener's focus right at the opening. She sets the vibe. She controls the energy of the room before anyone else even gets their moment. But off stage, Chiquita is hilariously, refreshingly just a teenager. She's a night owl who sets multiple alarms because she's always the last to wake up. Her room is full of bright colors and plushies. She's obsessed with Olivia Rodrigo. She twerks randomly, alone in front of mirrors, on video calls with her mom, apparently whenever the mood strikes. She's the group's Magne, the youngest, and she plays that role with a charming, high-energy personality that makes her members and fans absolutely adore her. Her MBTI is ISTP, the quiet but deadly type, independent and intensely skilled, which, honestly, tracks perfectly. And her specialty instrument? The flugelhorn. She's been playing it since she was 6 years old. This girl contains multitudes. One more thing about Chiquita that deserves mention, her brother, Copper Dechawat, is a member of the Thai boy group Bus. Talent literally runs in the family. And the fact that she followed the path of Blackpink's Lisa, another Thai girl who went to YG and became a global phenomenon, gives Chiquita's story a full-circle quality that fans in Thailand and Southeast Asia have embraced deeply. Lisa herself served as a mentor during the last evaluation process, giving guidance to both Chiquita and Pharita. Imagine being 13 years old and having Lisa of Blackpink coaching you personally. That's the level we're talking about. So when you put Pharita and Chiquita together, what you get is something genuinely special. Pharita brings depth, emotional maturity, vocal sophistication, multilingual fluency, and years of competitive performance experience before she ever signed with YG. Chiquita brings instinct, raw talent, fearless stage presence, an almost supernatural ability to connect with an audience, and a personality that people fall in love with immediately. Together, they represent something YG has been building towards since Lisa first walked into that building from Thailand years ago. They are proof that Thailand keeps producing some of the most talented performers in the world, and that YG knows exactly how to find them and shape them into something extraordinary. babymonster debuted officially on November 27, 2023 with their digital single, Batter Up, and then as a full 7-member group on April 1, 2024, with their first mini-album Babyman 7ER. They are already making waves globally, and Pharita and Chiquita are two of the biggest reasons why. These are not just pretty faces in a K-pop group. These are weapons, trained, refined, and now fully unleashed on the world stage. YG kept them under wraps during the trainee period, but there's no hiding them now. The world sees them. And the world is not ready. If this video gave you a new appreciation for Pharita and Chiquita, or if you were already a fan and just wanted to hear someone break it all down properly, I want to know in the comments right now, Team Pharita or Team Chiquita? Or are you, like me, completely unable to choose? Hit that like button if you learned something new today, subscribe if you haven't already because we do deep dives like this all the time, and share this video with someone who needs to discover babymonster's Thai duo. I'll see you in the next one. Annyeong.